Wake up. I want to continue our conversation about crypto and NFTs. I'm just burning with a desire to talk about it. You've been so patient. And here we are. We are going to talk about NFTs. We're here. We're going to do it. This is the thing to pay attention to. I think this is the thing that is going to really make a difference for musicians here in the coming future. Good morning. It legitimately is early where I am, 7 a.m. Yeah, haven't even had breakfast yet. So, neither of us are going to get breakfast. Maybe I'll make you breakfast. I'll prep something and we'll have breakfast after this conversation, okay? I got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. Okay, sorry. This is OpenSea. OpenSea. It is the number one NFT marketplace where people are buying and selling and auctioning off NFTs. Let's jump back over to our handy dandy Gemini price sheet. These are fungible tokens. So these Bitcoin, Ether, Solana, USDC, all these are fungible tokens. Even though each of these tokens will have like a mathematical number or a thing attached to them, it doesn't matter which one is which. So they're fungible. They can be completely traded out. This is how dollars work. If you get paid by your boss in $1 and then you owe that same dollar to the government, it does not matter which dollar you give to them, just that you give them $1 that represents the taxes that you owed. All of these are fungible tokens. NFTs are non-fungible tokens. These are unique once they are attached to the blockchain. It's almost like digitally set in stone. Imagine copyright. This kind of operates like the Library of Congress, where it's like, oh yeah, you totally created your song. We can look at the NFT and verify that, yes, your account created that NFT, and yes, you made it before somebody made a copy version of it later on. I'm very impressed by OpenSea. This is OpenSea. They're the leading people. They know what's up. They take a cut out of the exchanges. They handle the auctions. They make minting an NFT easy. So creating an NFT is, in the terminology, is called minting. They make that stuff kind of as easy as possible. And I heard somebody reference OpenSea as crypto's first social media. So people can find each other and like each other and buy each other's things. Let's just take a look-see around OpenSea and let's see what we can do. First, let's connect to this Web3 application. In the past, you'd connect to a Web 2 website by entering your username and your password. In Web 3, you already have a username. Your username is your wallet, and all you got to do is connect to Web 3. So here we are. We're trying to connect my Ethereum wallet, MetaMask. We're going to do that with the super handy dandy Bitwarden password manager. I only remember this one password. And here's my MetaMask password. And that is going to go in there. It's a wallet, so it has Ethereum in it, these currencies, ETH, and then there's this other thing that we can talk about later. Here's my profile. This is the most social media standard internet-looking thing that they've done with Web3 yet. It's pretty impressive. So I'm BR Benji. I'll show you. These are the three things that I own. There's an Urbit computer. There is this domain name. So now you can type in brbenji.eth and send me Ethereum. And then this was like my first attempt to make a NFT, and it is just a test. It is raw. I don't even know what's happening over there. This thing hasn't actually been minted yet. You can favorite things, so you can favorite certain items. I think this horse is really cool. This is rad. So here's the thing that's created, which is this nice physical piece of art. It's neat. It'd be cool to have this thing physically, but here's a digital representation of it. So it's this thing, the geometric minimal art. It is owned by Nate the Winner. Congratulations, Nate. And it was created by Just Superman. And the description goes, if you want to print the listed item after purchasing, please contact me by clicking the unlockable content, and I will send you a link to download the printable file. Yeah, so this person has chosen to, if somebody buys it, the owner can request higher quality thing. You could probably handle that digitally. He's just going to handle it manually. So this person who's the owner has like the rights to unlock this option, which is pretty neat. 0.5 ETH is like $1,500 right now, which is wild. It's like, is anybody going to go over to Coinbase, buy half of an Ethereum for over $1,500, and then come over here and buy this thing? No, nobody is doing that. That is a crazy person activity. Nobody's doing that. What is happening is a whole bunch of nerds and weirdos who got into crypto a long time ago. They just have a whole bunch of Ethereum that they had bought for $10, $20 each. Now they're just sitting on it. They feel really rich, and so they can buy really dumb things for very expensive. Let's go back to the main page. This is the classic example, CryptoPunks. This is one of the options for NFTs. So you might be tempted to just make one piece of art and then sell that one thing, and then that's it. This strategy is to take something simple and put kind of like random chance on the design and make 10,000 of them. Some things will be really cool. Some things will end up being awful, but people might connect with these things. 10,000 of them. Nobody drew this by hand. They just they put some parameters together and they made it work. You can tell these Bored Ape Yacht Club things, which is just these generative art projects, they're kind of the ones that are dominating right now. A lot of people are just copying this playbook, but there's a whole lot more options out there. It's a format that could be used in any kind of way. Let's take a look at music for a second. I haven't been super impressed by any particular music thing that's come across me. Hey, if you've seen like a cool music NFT, let me know. Let me show you a music project that I know about called Audioglyphs. Yeah, Audioglyphs. There's 10,000 of them. Randomly generated infinite audio NFTs derived from on-chain data. So they created 10,000 of these things, and they each have a unique number. Let's go to these things are pretty neato. Imagine a virtual reality space. Turn one of your walls into this thing. And it's boop, 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 boop. People can look at it and it's like, oh yeah, this dude totally owns this piece of art. That's a little bit hyper futuristic, and I don't think that's the actual value of it. I think the value of it now is just that it's neat. It's super neat because it's so early. Let's check out the history of this thing. So it was minted by Recklesscape 5 months ago. There was a sale. He moved it over to the ND for 7 cents of ETH, nearly 8 cents of ETH, and then another sell. So Recklesscape got that 8 cents, and OpenSea took 2.5%. One thing that Recklesscape could do, and I don't know if it's obvious or not, but one thing that you can do with these NFTs is you can get a royalty. So instead of having ASCAP and BMI try to collect royalties for you, if you have it on the blockchain and you trade it, so when the ND sells it to Not Cyber, Recklesscape could have set up 1 to 10% royalty for every single time it sells. So, if it was like 10 cents, he could have gotten a penny of Ethereum for the transaction. That right there, being able to offer royalties is a big deal. Okay. There's a few things that I think actually matters when it comes to an NFT. The most important thing is this, the title of ownership. Having a piece of digital art or something that is like set in stone, that it's understood, owned by, is definitive. It's known that you're the owner. I think this created by is what matters, and this owned by is what matters. And then I would say the next thing that matters to me is how many of that thing is there? Is there 200 of these things? Is there 1,000 of these things? And then I also care about what's the royalties? So how much is spotty Wi-Fi going to make whenever I sell it? Because that cuts into what my profits would be if I was trying to buy and sell like a stock or something. But I'm not super impressed. I have not seen a good project yet for music. I think art and these digital things, these collectibles, I think they're finding their stride. That's neat, and that's an interesting example. But there's not a great music. There's not a great leader in music, at least not on the Ethereum blockchain, in my opinion. I will show you an example on a different blockchain later. Here, after we get breakfast, we'll go over how to mint an NFT. We'll take a look at how OpenSea is going to make it easy to mint. Again, I'm Ben Brown. I have a Patreon where I'm creating Hangout with Musicians. This is how I'm helping musician friends build a career online. In the description of this video is a link to our website and our podcast. And if you love this, join me on patreon.com. A portion of what I'm given goes to my favorite charity, Give Directly. Let's continue this conversation in the next video. Bye.